get into some intel and figure out where we are today. I told you guys Tuesday that we were looking for this to happen Wednesday, which was the next day, right? Today is the 6th. Yesterday was the 5th. And the reason that it didn't go, I'm going to back up a second and give you something that I just learned about yesterday. There's a security briefing that takes place twice a day, once in the morning, like between 8 and 9, and once in the evening between 7 and 8 in the evening. Now, we knew this was happening, and the way this security meeting goes, they rate it as a level 1 through a level 10. And 10 is forget about it. 1 is, okay, it's good to go, we can go. So what happened is, yesterday, we had intended to go and everything was ready to release. President Trump told the Treasury not to let it go yesterday. He said, we're not quite where we need to be, and we're going to wait until the weekend to get this thing started. He was also, President Trump was heard to say on Right Side Broadcasting, and we only know of 2 people that heard him say this, that he wants us, meaning the American people, he wants us to have money on Saturday. Now, that's his desire for this thing to go for us. Now, let me tell you where our security ranking is right now. Yesterday, we were at a 2. Last night, we were still at a 2. This morning, we're at a 2. And tonight, we are at a 2. Now, the security roundtable, let's call it, is made up of 16 different people. I know maybe half of them, maybe. And these are people that are very close to President Trump and close to Scott Bessent and everything. And we just know some of who these people are. So we're able to get a little bit of information from them saying what our security ranking was. They want it to be at a 1 for us to get started. We're very close. We're very close. There's also something that I found out today that is really interesting. We have 2 world organizations. We would call them maybe world leaders that are part of these organizations. One is the World Bank, and one is the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Those 2 organizations have held this up for us. And we need them to release it. And I believe that even now, as we speak, those 2 organizations are being dismantled. I've been told we're 95% of the way that those 2 organizations, World Bank and IMF, are being dismantled. And the theory is that if they keep doing what they're doing to make that happen, and believe me, they're gung-ho and great guns at getting this done, then we could be ready to go and get notified over this weekend. Could be Saturday, could be Sunday, and then which case we could start, if not over the weekend, we would start very early next week. Now remember, this is information that I did not even have until today. And I found out about the security meetings yesterday after we'd already had a Tuesday night big call. So I don't like surprises very much as a rule, but in this case, it was good to get information to tell why we didn't go Wednesday, because we don't always know the why, and the fact that we couldn't go today and probably won't go Friday, tomorrow, but the weekend is in play. And again, if we'll get a security briefing in the morning at around 10 o'clock, and I'll find out around that time whether it's a go or not for Friday night, Friday evening. And the way this thing worked is, let's say we were at a 1 this morning, where we were at a 2. But let's say, what would happen if we had been a 1? Then 24 hours later, we would get our notifications. and then be able to set appointments and start. So because we did not get a security level 1, we're at a level 2, we have to see what tomorrow will bring. Tomorrow morning, tomorrow night, etc., etc. So we're getting very, very close to having the security say, yeah, it's okay to go, we can go. 24 hours later, after we get a 1, we'll be in business and be moving forward. So I think that is very important. Now, the other thing I heard about Iraq has still not put their rate nor their budget in the Gazette. I believe they're waiting on Saturday or Sunday to do that. I don't even have an updated rate on the dinar because redemption center screens have been down for 3 days straight. We know the bank screens have been up, and that's fine, but it helps us to get the rates that are on the screens at the redemption centers. You guys heard what I said about the rate for the dinar that they should be offering us. I said on Tuesday. Anybody that knows what a hundo is knows what I was saying. And we should get treated very favorably on the rates of all the other currencies. So, yeah, I'm going to say that we're really in great shape. Rates are the least of our worries. And if you have Zim, you're in superb shape. And we'll be able to do a lot of projects. And by the way, if you are a Zim holder and you've got some medical needs, or so-called dire needs, I fall into that category, you will get precedent. You will get a priority in setting your appointment for the MedVet. If you're a Zim holder and dire need, you're in really good shape. You should be seen pretty quickly for an appointment. Now, I think that's the intel that I wanted to bring tonight. You know, there's always one or two things that I'm not sure of or that I don't want to bring out because it's unsure to me, uncertain how I can say it. But I believe I put it up pretty clearly tonight on what we're hearing and why it is we're looking at the weekend or exchanges very early next week. President Trump wants this to go, but it has to be without impediment like we've had from the World Bank and IMF. And as those are being taken down, that should happen. We're 95% of the way there, according to my sources that knows about those two operations, let's call it. So we're getting there. We're almost there. We should be there by the weekend. Let's hope so.
Hi guys, it's Wolverine here, guys. I'm not here to preach or anything like that, but I just wanted to say that there's always things in life that where life takes you, you're supposed to know how to put it in words. I'm not a poet or anything like that. But I just wanted to say that you are here for a reason. This is not by accident. This is not because someone invited you, right? It's because you were chosen by God in order to make a difference to this world. A lot of people were invited for this incredible opportunity, and a lot of people actually rejected this, right? Because it was not meant to be. But a lot of you have stayed here for years, knowing that this was real. You never lost the faith, always knowing that one day it's going to happen. We have been through so much. We have lost so many friends in this journey. Close friends, people that I've made incredible friendship, and now they're gone. It's been a hard journey for all of us. It hasn't been easy. You know, just to think actually for the last 5 years, this is my 6th year, probably my 7th year. I lost control of how many years I've been on this. But most of the information that we did receive was purely disinformation. And this was done actually on purpose, I think, actually for us not to lose hope. to keep going. Because if it wasn't actually for this information, a lot of us would have actually lost hope and would have just thrown actually our currency away, would have sold it, whatever, and most of would have thought this was just a big con, right? But we kept on going. Never thought in our wildest dreams that it was going to take this long, not knowing that the years go past so quickly. Oh my God, it's 2025, and to think that just 3 years ago you said it was coming tomorrow. If I would have said what Charlie Ward told me 2 years ago, that nothing's going to happen till Biden gets removed, till Trump gets back on power. If I would have said that 2 years ago, most of you would have given up. Most of you actually would have had a go at me, right? And most of you wouldn't have waited that long, but you did. You did, because of the intel that was coming, not just from me, from Bruce, from Mark said, and we kept on going. You kept on going, believing what we were receiving, it was real. But now, this is real. This is what we've been waiting for so many years. For so many years, it's finally here at our doorstep. In a few days' time, we'll be celebrating as a family. I regard you as family. It's going to be a worldwide celebration. Remember, we're not here just for the money. We're here to make a difference in this planet. We are the chosen ones. We are the humanitarians. Then after that, we'll get access to the incredible technology called med beds, so we can all be healed and enjoy our life with abundance, good health, and know to do so much for humanity. So also always remember to lift up your frequency, right? Remember, you have to have pure heart, right? The right set frame to pass this new world that God has given us. We don't want bad people in this new world. We've had enough of these bad apples. I want to enjoy my life and be able to travel to different countries and embrace friendship, not thinking that, oh, I better not go there because I might get killed or certain things like that. I want to be able to appreciate this planet that God has given us, so we can get to know different countries, different languages. Right? We're all bleed the same blood. We're all human beings. We're not different. So I want you guys to get ready, right? I want you guys to thank God for everything that's coming, because this is real now. This is definitely real now. I want to thank you for all the support you guys have given me. It has been hard. The relentless attacks on me and my family have been incredible, right? And that I never thought in my wildest dream this was going to happen. But thank God I got a strong wife that told me to keep going, because she knew this was so important for humanity. This was not about Wolverine. This was about all of you. So I needed to keep going. And I know that all those people that did so harm, not just on me, but all the intel providers, God is watching this. And it's not up to me to say that I'm going to go and cause anything towards them. Like I said, God has watched all of this, and they need to answer to God. That's all I have to say, guys. God bless you, right? I haven't been well actually for the last few days, but I'm still here, right? And that's all I have to say. God bless you, everyone. I love you guys, and that opera will come as soon as I get that call. That opera will come out. Take care, guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye. Guys, it's Wolverine here, guys. Just letting you know, guys, is that it is coming. I can keep saying this. It is coming. All right, just not long to go. All right. As I said, it's not a rumor. Not a BS or anything like that. This is definite now. Take care, guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.
Michael, I'm glad you said that. Wow. What can I share on this one? Because I do not want to get the source in trouble on this one. But I can tell you there have been a lot of very important extreme meetings inside of IRS and different groups and management groups. And to say that there is absolute pure panic and many people preparing to take job offers to get out. Yeah. Let me see what kind of permissions I can get from those.
But he's...
Yes, I believe it's going away. I don't know the details yet, but I very much at this point believe it is going away finally.
Majid posted on X. Iraq is free. Iran is out. RV incoming. LFGGG. Joe Wilson at Rep Joe Wilson. Grateful President Trump has issued a directive requiring the Treasury Department to immediately ensure the Iraqi financial system is no longer utilized by the Iranian regime. I told you Trump would fix it. 4. Take immediate steps in coordination with the Secretary of the Treasury and other relevant agencies to ensure that the Iraqi financial system is not utilized by Iran for sanctions evasion or circumvention, and that Gulf countries are not used as sanctions evasion transshipment points. Majid also posts on the Iraqi TV a few days ago. They said if the price of oil dropped to $65, that will increase the domestic debt to 100 trillion dinar, and Iraq options are open, including changing the exchange rate. The price of oil today is $70 per barrel, too close to the amount that will set the trigger for changing the exchange rate to avoid domestic debt increasing. LFGGG. Alert, alert, alert. Nabil al-Mazumi to al-Muhit al-Said's. Oil's dropped to $65 will raise the domestic debt to 100 trillion dinars, and Iraq's options are open, including changing the exchange rate. This was on the Iraqi News Channel on TV, mentioning the exchange rate will change. LFGGG. The Kobe essay letter, I think that's how you pronounce it, posted 7:35 a.m. February 7th, 2025. I'm whispering because it's after midnight and the people in this motel are sleeping. Lower gas prices are coming. Since Inauguration Day, oil prices have fallen in a straight line lower, now down over minus 10% from their high. This drop alone is enough to reduce inflation by 20 basis points or more. Energy markets are telling us something. A thread. Says it right there. They state further, markets have made a crucial realization. President Trump has made lower energy prices an integral part of his policy plans since he demanded OPEC lower oil prices and the world drop interest rates. Both have traded in a straight line lower. This was on January 23rd in Davos. Davos, Switzerland, January 23rd, Reuters. US President Donald Trump demanded OPEC lower oil prices and the world drop interest rates in a speech to global business and political leaders and warned them they will face tariffs if they make their products anywhere but the US. I'll demand that interest rates drop immediately, and likewise, they should be dropping all over the world, Trump said via video to the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland on Thursday. I'm also going to ask Saudi Arabia and OPEC to bring down the cost of oil. Majid is posted on X, 8:23 a.m. February 6, 2025. Lots of emojis. Wow! Alert breaking. The trial lawyer who signed the Ripple versus SEC case resigns. Guys, I smell victory in the air. Hashtag XRP. Notice of appeal to the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. Please take notice that Plaintiff Securities and Exchange Commission hereby respectfully appeals to the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit from the final judgment entered by this court on August 7, 2024, dated October 2nd, 2024, New York, New York. Majid has posted on X, 8:50 a.m. February 7th, 2025. Here is from the 3-year Budget Gazette Article 5, 2nd, saying all ministers, heads of entities not part of a ministry, and governors can transfer up to 10% of funds between spending units in their annual budgets. However, they cannot reduce capital project funds to cover other expenses. They must also inform the Federal Ministry of Finance Budget Department about the transfer for record-keeping purposes. Meaning, if Iraq wanted to send Kurdistan the full year salary next week, they have to change the rate before paying them. Because January salary for Kurdistan that was sent a few days ago costed Iraq 1 trillion dinar. Alert. Meaning they have to transfer 12 trillion dinar for the whole year. 12 trillion divided by 198 trillion. Full budget amount equals 6%. Alert. While it says above, they can only use 10% of the new budget before they implement it, and most certainly they cannot use money out of the other budget items like for projects in order to pay salaries. They cannot. Alert. 6% from the full budget for Kurdistan full year salary is a lot of money out of the budget. Plus paying salaries for citizens inside Iraq is going to be more than 10%. Alert, alert, RV before sending to Kurdistan. And he showed us the article here. 5. First, the Federal Minister of Finance has the authority to transfer between the appropriations of the Federal General Budget of the Republic of Iraq approved in the annual Federal General Budget at the level of chapters, sections, articles, types, and type sequence. Second, ministers, heads of entities not affiliated with a ministry, and governors are authorized to transfer between the appropriations of spending units included in their annual budgets at a rate not exceeding 10% of one spending unit to another spending unit whose appropriations are reduced, provided that the transfer does not take place from capital project expenditure allocations to current expenditures, and the Federal Ministry of Finance Budget Department is notified of the transfer for the purpose of noting. Thirdly, the competent minister or the head of the entity not affiliated with a ministry may make the necessary amendments to the budget of the self-financed departments affiliated with each of them upon the proposal of its board of directors or its general manager, in the event that there is no board of directors, provided that it leads to 6/26/2023. February 6th, source message. Part of the reason you used to struggle so much to manifest good things into your life was because you thought it was all about having to create them, grind, hustle, sweat. But focusing only on creating is like putting all the ingredients together and never sliding it into the oven. You realized that as much as you needed to create, you also needed to stop blocking yourself from receiving these blessings. Being in the receiving mode, knowing you are worthy, feeling your divinity as you do now, gradually that momentum becomes manifestation.